My first symptoms were obviously putting on weight, putting on muscle very easily. As I said, I joined the weightlifting club at university and I put on a massive amount of bulk in 1 year. I put on half my body weight.
I started to get pains in my stomach, my esophagus, my blood pressure. I had thyroid problems. I had all kinds of issues.
I remember seeing a photo when I was with my best friend on a trip to Europe, and I looked at this photo of us and I thought, that is so strange. My teeth are actually touching when that's never happened before.
I was having all this tingling in my fingers because there was nerve entrapment through my elbows, where my fingers, my hands would go numb.
I used to do data entry, and I was looking at the computer and I was wondering why my head was on one side, because I couldn't see out the right side of my right eye, and I was losing the sight in the left eye.
I had a nephew who'd come home from Italy after 5 years, and he'd said to his mother, "What's wrong with Auntie Mary? She's changed, her face has gotten so big and everything."
I also experienced quite a bit of anxiety as a result as well. And that was something that I really struggled with, and it was something that only people really close to me actually knew about. And I think that anxiety was also a part of not understanding what was happening to me and blaming myself for things that I couldn't control.
I was going to doctors and asking them, what could be going on. My voice got deeper, I noticed that. I seemed to be changing in the face with my facial features. My tongue got very big to the point where I couldn't talk without spitting.
Went to the GP and said, "I've grown half an inch." And they said, "No, you must be mistaken." So all along the way, I have been misdiagnosed.
I was sort of blaming myself that I explained away headaches. I thought, there's got to be something wrong with the car, the gas is coming into the car, or maybe I'm allergic to chlorine, I'm doing all this swimming.
When you go from doctor to doctor and just don't get any diagnosis, it's just so difficult, it's demoralising, and it just becomes so debilitating. And you lose your oomph for living.
So I spent 5 years of interactions with medical people, mainly GPs, until finally this elderly doctor described this, diagnosed me. If I write a book about this disease, it's going to be called A Bit of a Nuisance, because that's the way he described it.
This endocrinologist came out, he said, "Come in." As I walked through the door, he said, "You've got acromegaly." And it was like, hooray, hooray.
It was really good to know that everything that I had experienced, all the pain, the headaches, all the weird things that were happening to my body that just didn't make any sense, that I couldn't really talk to people about because I couldn't understand it myself, that all now made sense, but then I had to make sense of what it meant for the rest of my life.
I didn't really know what it meant. I was driving back from my GP on the phone to my husband, explaining to him what they'd said. Again, neither of us really knew what that meant. Got home, they tell you not to Google it. I Googled it. I still didn't really understand what it was and what it meant. I saw the endocrinologist the next day. He explained a bit more what the condition is, what the risks are.
I have met some people who have just been diagnosed, and the main thing that I would say to anyone, find someone else who has it, someone else you can talk to, someone that can assure you that what you're feeling is normal for your condition.
When you go to those doctor's appointments and you know that something deep down is not right and you're not getting the answers that you need, or you're getting told that it's all in your head, don't take that as the answer. Go speak to someone else and keep talking to people until you feel heard.
Trust in yourself, talk to the doctors, try and get as much information as you can and go with it.
I think the APF's doing a wonderful job in terms of support for patients, and it's great, particularly for people newly diagnosed, that they can get onto a website and seek support, and there's online chats and everything. If you're diagnosed with acromegaly, I wish you all the best and wish you well, and you can have a very fulfilling life.